All right, so let me do this just to review quick everything that we talked about today. First problem is going to be about slab design. Dead load, you'll figure it out, is going to be the self weight, no additional dead load provided. Live load is going to be given, the span is going to be given to you. What you need to do is to find out the ultimate load. It's going to be factored the uniform ultimate load, moment, and the spacing with the reinforcing bars. I'm going to give you here the bar spacing so you can figure out the spacing. Second problem is going to be about the column design. So the column design is going to be one of the spiral columns. This is going to be in slide set number 11 if you'd like to go back to it. For this spiral column, we have very good example number 2, and it shows you exactly how to use this interaction diagram between axial load and moment on a round column like this. And as I said, in this slide number 20, you're going to see here 4 interaction diagrams, 1 for a rectangular column and 3 for round columns. I'm going to pick one of these 3. And this is exactly what you're going to see in the exam, one of the 3. In this problem here, I can give you the axial load, column dimensions, reinforcing, and ask you for the moment capacity that goes with this column axial load. Yeah, very good example here, detailed example. See exactly how it's going to get done. The other thing that I just talked about was the punch and shear. As I say, for the punch and shear, you have it in slide set number 12. You can start here at slide 18. As I said, instead of having this rectangular column, I'm going to give you here a round column. In the round column, critical section is going to be a d/2 distance each way, which means the critical section diameter here is going to be equal to the column diameter plus d. Which d now? This d is going to be this depth of the section that you're trying to punch through. Once you find out here the perimeter, multiply by the depth, effective depth of the slab or the foundation, and then with that you're going to have A sub C, the sheared area. It's going to be the total surface area that's going to be exposed to shear. Shear stress demand is going to be equal to the shear or the punch and shear force divided by this sheared area. Now for the capacity, you're going to have here a few factors. One of the factors is going to be called beta sub 0. The other one is going to be called beta sub c. For beta sub c, it's going to be equal to long column dimension divided by short column dimension. When you have a round column, this factor here, beta sub c, is going to be equal to 1.0. This beta sub 0 is going to be equal to the perimeter of the critical section divided by the depth, effective depth, which means this perimeter here divided by the effective depth d. Any questions?
Yeah, what is the difference between beta C and beta not?
It's right here. Can you see this?
No, I'm saying like
yes.
When you apply it, like what is?
Okay. The beta sub c here takes care of the aspect ratio of the column. It's about the column dimensions. Let's say the column size is 12 inch by 24 inch. Performance of a column of 12 by 24 is going to be completely different from, let's say, 12 by 12. Or let's say 16 by 16. Maybe the perimeter is going to be the same, but 12 by 24 is different from 16 by 16. In a square, performance of the column, when you have a square column here, the punching strength is going to be larger than that of the rectangular column. All right, so this is going to be beta sub c. Beta sub 0 here takes care of the thickness relative to the perimeter. So let's say I have concrete slab. It's going to be very thin, but the column size is big. When the column size is big and the slab is thin here, now I want you to compare this case versus when you have a very small column and very thick slab. Which one do you think performance is going to be, let's say, a preferred performance? Is it when you have a very thick slab and small column, or big column and thin slab?
Big slab and small column.
Okay, look at this factor. This beta sub 0 is going to be equal to the perimeter divided by the depth. So when you have a big column, this beta sub 0 is going to be big, and the depth is going to be kind of smaller than the other case. So this factor here, beta sub 0, is going to be big when you have a big column and thin slab. If you use here small column and thick slab, this factor is going to be very small. Now let's see the effect of this factor here, beta sub 0. Is going to be equal to 2 plus alpha sub s divided by beta sub 0. You'd like this factor, the shear factor here, to be large, because this is going to be the shear factor that goes into this equation, which means you'd like to have a smaller value for beta sub 0. You don't want it to be very big in value, which means you prefer to have a thick slab and a small column than thin slab and big column. So you have the engineering feeling for it, but now you have it here kind of justified in the equation. So you know the exact effect of having very big column, thin slab versus very small column, thick slab. Okay?
Okay, yes.
All right, excellent. So that you are done with this, I'm gonna say 3 problems that you're gonna see. I'm gonna give you one more problem. It is gonna be about serviceability, moment of inertia, effective moment of inertia that I've just done last time, and you guys have just done with it, right? It's just done with this. Talking about the use of this equation. This needs to be there. It's going to be very important that you understand the use of this. You know what is effective, I effective is used for? I effective here is used to determine the deformation of a concrete beam or a slab. Like deflection. If you want to do the deflection analysis, you need to use this I effective. You cannot use I cracked, you cannot use I gross. You need to use this effective value. This is going to be based on how much cracking do you expect. What is the expected maximum moment that you're going to have on the beam or on the slab? How much is the cracking moment? And so forth. So you need to see this. Also, you're going to see here one of these multiple choice problems. I can throw some stuff here for you.
IG will be given, or we have to calculate that?
Which one?
IG.
You can calculate it. It's going to be a rectangular section, let's say 12 inch by 16 inch deep. It's going to be BH cubed divided by 12, right? Like moment of inertia for rectangular section. So you're not going to see a T section. It's going to be a simple rectangular section.
Okay.
Here's one of the problems. Let me just throw here. The one is going to be multiple choice. And of course, you're going to have A, B, C, D, right? Not going to be all the answers, but you should expect something like this. Another one. Now I want you to search it, look it up. You're going to have here 5 problems similar to this, like 5 items. For each one, you're going to have here 4 answers. You just need to pick the right answer. It is simple, and I know that communication may happen between people, but most likely it's going to be a tough question that you need to really to look it up before you start. You cannot just wait to the exam and then ask a friend. You cannot do this. You're not going to have enough time. If you just start to think about it when you see it, you're not going to have enough time. Any questions for the exam? Now the other question is, how much time do we need for this exam? I'm gonna say this exam is gonna be simpler than any other exam that I have given as a final for concrete design. It's gonna be smaller and simpler. I don't need to make it lengthy. Don't need to make it lengthy, you know. I just make it very short, as you see here, but it's gonna be right to the point. This is the stuff that I'd like to test you on. This problem here for the punch and shear, when you have circular column, is gonna be like the critical problem that they want you guys to do well in there. This is gonna be like for the top of the class, the A's and B's. Do you really have to solve this correctly all the way to the end? What day would the exam be on? What do you guys want? I guess we don't need to reserve a classroom. Here's the calendar. It should be May 12th. So I'm gonna keep it the same. Same time, from 5 to 6:50. I can do the exam at any other day, provided that 100% of the people, everybody here would say, yeah, we want it, let's say tomorrow, let's do it tomorrow. And everybody's gonna be sending an email. Yeah, we need it tomorrow. If I receive like 43 people, it's gonna be respond to me and say, yes, we want it tomorrow, and just do it tomorrow. But if just one person would say, no, let's stick here to the calendar, I'm just gonna stick to the calendar. How do you guys feel about this? Just stick to the calendar? Okay, just keep it as is. All right, again, just to confirm, I don't want to see here spreadsheets sent to me. You can use a spreadsheet, you do your analysis, but at the end, you need to type the answer. Or if you like, you can write it down, scan it to a PDF, and upload it. I hope this is clear. I don't want to see at the end of the day, someone send me an Excel sheet to say that he has trouble with making a PDF, or he has trouble with the scanning, or he cannot upload the file. Please try it a few times before you start the exam. I hate it when I see someone here is losing points because he didn't test himself or test the system. Yes, go ahead, Mitch.
That's Chris. Yeah, I was wondering if you give us a little extra time for like taking pictures and stuff.
Okay. In the standard exam, usually this exam would take people about 2 hours. The one I give you here, it should be maybe about an hour. And you're gonna be sitting at home. You're not in the exam room. And there's no pressure because I'm not next to you, right? And also you're gonna be using your laptop or computer. You're gonna have the Excel spreadsheet that you developed already. So you can just punch the numbers and finish quick. So I'm wondering if you still need more time for scanning.
Well, you know, want to be thorough.
I mean, you have a spreadsheet. I don't want to say whom else you have, but just the spreadsheet. Let me put it this way.
So, Professor, you prefer for efficiency to do it all on an Excel sheet rather than hand calculations?
It's gonna be up to you. You decide for this.
We'll see. Since you said you designed it, so your efficiency, you think Excel sheet.
Yeah, if you like,
as long as
yes.
you do the P.
With
Okay.
the good thing about Excel sheet, now you have an idea about the problems, how it's gonna look like. You can start work on it now, and just be ready then at the time. Once you receive the information, let's say for this lab design. Oh, okay, did load, live load. I need ultimate, and then after this, I need to design the section. It's gonna be number 7. What's the border spacing?
I see.
So,
thank you, Professor.
So develop it now. Now, how much time you need to run it? When you have a spreadsheet like this, it's gonna be the first problem. You say, okay, I need 2-3 minutes. Okay, 2-3 minutes. And then you need to write it or type it. You can also start to type it now and have it ready, right? Just wait for the final numbers, or start to write it down. You can type it, right? Or write it down. You can print it. And just wait for the numbers.
I see. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Do you want us to attach the Excel to the Word document, like when we write out our final answer? Sorry, I
don't have, yeah, I see your point here, but yeah, but be sure that, okay, here's the issue. When you give me the solution, don't tell me, for example, let's say that you're talking about m equals 2. Don't tell me, for example, m equals to 25. I'd like to see the equation. You need to write it down. M is W squared divided by 8. This is why I don't want to see the Excel sheet. So if I see a number there that you don't have justification for it, I'm going to say, well, this is incomplete, right?
Gotcha.
I don't want you to think, or anyone to think here, that, okay, let me just give him the value. A equals 3 inches. D equals 15 inches. I don't know exactly how you came up with these numbers, right? And then you think that it's okay because you gave me the Excel sheet. I don't want this to happen. I want you to be thorough in your answer and clarify all the steps. Where have you gotten this from?
Professor, like on our projects, you know, we have all of our like equations that we put into Excel. That's okay, right?
Yes. Yeah, for your project, it's fine. I understand. But I find out that it takes a long time. So I don't want, because you need to back check all the equation that you have in there and go through it.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So if we can put all the equations down in Excel, you would accept it?
Say it again. If you can put down all the equations in Excel,
then you would accept it as our submittal for the exam?
No, for the exam, I want it to be either typed in a Word file or handwritten with the equations.
Okay.
You do the analysis the way you want it. It's gonna be up to you. But at the end, final result is gonna be, everything is gonna be clear in the exam Word file. It's gonna be at the end, of course, PDF or the type or the writing that you're gonna be making.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Hand calculations, well, if you want to type it, this is fine. But yes, I want hand calculations. I want it to be written or typed. I want everything to be clear. Now, submittal 6, the project presentation. This is going to be coming this Thursday. Did you guys see it? Now, I don't have time to have everyone to go out there and speak, right? To present his work. We don't have time for that. It's going to take a week. So I'm thinking here that maybe we can form 5 teams. Now, the good thing, you have everything ready. You have all information ready, right? You have it all electronically developed, which means if you want to do here a quick PowerPoint or combination of PowerPoint, Word, and Excel, you can come up with this submittal. Now it's going to be the final submittal, right? So I'll need a submittal from each group. Just one submittal from each group. At that day, which means in 2 days from now, we're going to have here 5 teams. Each team will have here 15 minutes to speak. So we're going to have total of hour and quarter, which is exactly the same as the time class, the time for the class. Now I want you guys to form 5 groups, and maybe we can do it right now. I know that you guys, I mean, of course, you're interconnected together, so you know each other well. So we need to have here 5 people. We'll give you like the leaders. Do I have 5 people? And please speak and type your name. Speak and type your name.
Okay, I got you. Put me in, coach.
Yeah, I want you here to type. Okay, so I have here Kenny Nguyen. This is gonna be number 1. Mitch, number 2. Eric, 2 is giving number 3. Nurli is giving number 4. Edward. All right, now we're done. Now we have 5 people here, right? Everybody would need to join him. Do you want to add maybe your contacts now? For the 5 people, would you please add your contacts? Because I know some people here is going to come back and say, well, I don't know whom to join. I don't know these people.
How many people are in the class? Or how many per group?
It's going to be, let's say, maximum of 10.
Okay.
So Kenny, if you please, if you put your email address.
Yeah.
And do you know your group? Or do you know whom you'd like to work with?
I think I have a few people in mind, but it's up to them.
Okay, we have Eric, we have Kenny. Now the question here for everyone. Do you know which group you are going to be joining? Or do you have any questions on this issue?
I'm good. I do. I mean, I know which group I mean.
Good. All right, I'd like to hear from you. If you don't know exactly which group to join, if you don't know these 5 people, if you don't know any one of them, so please let me know now. All right, you need more? Great. All right, Mitch. More people to join, Mitch? Hello?
Yeah, if you guys want to get in our group, just email us. Or should we just put our phone number? Would that be easier?
Whatever you want. If you are okay with putting your phone number, it's fine. Now for the other people, if you don't know exactly which group to join, let me know right now. If you have a group in mind that you're planning to join, you should be fine. Otherwise, I need to know.
Is anyone missing in the
Yo,
class?
Steve, are you gonna join my group or what? I want you.
Come aboard, Steve.
Now, how many phone numbers we have? We are supposed to have 5 numbers. Who's missing? All right, now we have 5 phone numbers. Okay, last call. If you don't know which group that you're going to be joining, if you don't know any of these people, if you have an issue, let me know right now, please. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that now we have 5 groups.
Henry, you can join Mitch's group.
Yeah, I think we got Henry.
Right. If you look here at my screen, the information that I'd like to see, which you have already, but you need to put it in order. You're going to have load criteria, beam design, column design, development length and splice. Any details, you can put it there. You can leave a retaining wall and the basement wall design. Also, you have some notes here. So at that day, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make you as co-presenter, so you can present your section of the submittal here. And of course, you need also to upload the submittal. Look at this. You need to submit complete electronic submittal via Titanium. And this is going to be open. You can do it at any day of Thursday. Since you're going to be doing it for this coming Thursday, it means that you can just upload it once you're done with it. Any questions on the project? I'd like to open a new subject. Any questions on the project? Any discussion? Any comments?
I have a question on the design for the project.
Yes.
Just on the horizontal steel for the walls.
Yeah.
The spacing.
Take it same as the vertical spacing.
Okay. And on the retaining wall as well too? For
Same.
horizontal?
Yes.
Okay.
Just, you know, in reality, we design it for some lateral shear force, but in this case, we don't have it. So I'm just going to be matching the vertical spacing.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, last topic here for today. The SOQ. Who didn't do the SOQ yet? I have been told that out of this class, just so you know, I have 42, 43, I have only 19 responses. Extra credit. If everybody, how would I know who has done it?
How do you know you have 19 already?
I just know the number.
Oh. It doesn't tell you who, right? It's on anonymous.
I will figure this out later, after the exam. The issue is the universities feel that this is really important, that you really need to evaluate the course and what's happening. Besides that, now everything is going to be online, right?
The Alpha team needs to recruit 2 more members.
Okay, here I have a question. Is it possible to create a 15-minute, this is the video to present? So you'd like to do the video and just present it instead of having it live. This is not a bad idea. Why not?
Tiffany, we could use your smarts on our group.
Right now I have recruiters waiting around. Yeah, you can pre-record it. But the file is going to be big. How would you do this? All right. Yeah, this is, I'm okay with this. Dropbox, yeah, Dropbox is going to be the best. I like Dropbox more than Google. Just easier for me. So if you like to do it this way, this would be great. So when do you guys think you're going to be done with your video? 15-minute video, and I'd like to see, of course, contributions from people, not just one person to speak throughout the whole thing. When do you think you can be done with it? I'm talking here to the 5 people, the 5 leaders. Give me a time.
I can ask everyone. I'm going to throw everyone in a group meet.
Okay, can you give me a rough estimate for now?
Well, we have a steel project due. Some of the guys do it this week, and then I've got a bunch of projects. So maybe like sometime. You said Tuesday. Can you just give us till Tuesday?
We said Thursday is going to be in 2 days from now. What are you talking about?
Next
We have a
Tuesday.
hydraulics exam
Next Tuesday.
as well.
All right, next Tuesday.
Project.
Yeah, a good amount of us in my group are also in the other classes together, and we have a good amount of design projects.
All right,
due
you
this
guys
week.
are lucky. You are lucky that you're working here with me. I give you till Tuesday.
You're the best.
Recorded. This is for 15-minute video, right? You need a week for a 15-minute video.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to do a video.
Okay. All right.
Do we need costumes?
Oh yeah, do we actually need to dress up or anything? Because for one of my projects I already did a presentation for, he made us do that, but
I was
I'm kinda
joking,
hoping-
Kenny.
Well, as long as you're not in your pajamas, you should be fine.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So I guess, do we need to meet this Thursday? I don't think so.
Maybe
Because
for
the
some
whole time is
questions.
just going to be taken for the presentation.
Can you do like a just a 20-minute like open questionnaire or open question?
Yeah, we can just make it like
Office hours.
yeah, office hour. I can just open the Zoom and wait for you guys if you have any questions for the final. We can chat about this.
Yeah, would we need to be present in the video, like have our cameras on, or do you just want us talking?
Well, it's gonna be up to you. I'm gonna leave this for you. You don't have to be present. It's gonna be up to you. If you like to use a screen behind you or to use a board, it's gonna be up to you. You just want to do the PowerPoint, because with the PowerPoint and your voice is gonna be much easier, right?
Right.
I don't mind. I have no problem. But in this case, you need to be ready, right? You need to have everything ready. I mean, in a PowerPoint.
So is the main point of the presentation just to pretty much go over our designs for each criteria and
Yes.
and then kind of I guess propose? It's kind of like a proposal, I guess.
It is to conclude. Let me put it this way, because now I have lots of submittals from you guys. When I go through it, sometimes I feel it's going to be like repeated. Sometimes I feel that it is not very clear. It is not to the point. So I'd like to be sure that you guys know exactly what you're doing. And I'd like to have for each group more than one person to speak. So I'm gonna feel, yes, everybody here has contributed to the project in his submittal, in his discussion.
Okay, so yeah, you're pretty much just looking for everyone to explain a part of the project.
Yeah, and if you like to make it more than 15 minutes, 15 minutes is not like the end of the deal. If you want to make it 20, it's gonna be okay.
No, I think 15 is plenty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, if you like to extend it a little bit, it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna say, hey, you went beyond 15 minutes, minus 2 points. No, it's not gonna happen.
All right.
Professor, for the final submittal for the project,
Yeah.
I have pretty much like everything I have is all in a one Excel file. I attached all my images that I drew, and is that okay, or would you want the images like separate?
If you can have it all in one PDF, because in your submittal here, your submittal is going to be the presentation, just to be sure that you're on the same page. Your submittal, what's really important for me is that it's going to be your presentation. I need to have it. So it's going to be the video. Your submittal here is going to be the video. Unless you're going to be doing changes in the calculations. If you feel that your calculations is set, whatever that you gave me in the past is good, and whatever you submitted today is good, in this case, you don't have to do something new, right? There's no change in the Excel sheet.
Yeah, that's kind of more what I was referring to was the submittal for like today, because I was going to turn it in after class. I attached some images onto the Excel file, and I was wondering if you would want those images like, PDF separate, or if it's okay if they're on the Excel file.
It's okay if it's in the Excel file, but for your presentation, it cannot be in the Excel file, right? It's gonna be a video, so you need to show it. And your video is gonna be good enough. This is gonna be like your final presentation for me, or your submittal. Actually, your submittal 6 is gonna be the video, right?
Okay, gotcha.
Unless you have changed in the calculations and the analysis, then I'll need to see the Excel for it.
Okay.
Well, considering that it's a group of 10 at most, if you're assuming that not everyone has the same calculations or design, are we just going to, as a group, decide on one and then just present on that?
Decide on one, or you can pick and choose. You can, let's say that X person has very good, let's say, document for the load criteria. Just use it from there. As long as numbers get a matching. So, and let's say that in my analysis, I have very good details for the beam design and looks more presentable. So you can take load criteria from one person, beam design from another person, details from a third person. It's gonna be up to you.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Who didn't do the review yet? The SOQ. Has everybody done the SOQ already? 100%? All right. Any questions on any topic, any subject? I have this, I guess this session recorded. I'm gonna post it there for you guys, just in case. If you came late, because I noticed here that some people came late, and this is the reason that I start to record it. Okay, please do it, Mr. Steve. It is important. Okay, any questions, or should I conclude? Please.
Last question on a retaining wall. When you have your vertical rebar going like down into the footing, like,
yes,
does it hook around the bottom rebar, or?
Yeah, it hooks around the bottom rebars. There's lots of details on this, but I don't want to address them because you need to understand how the footing also designed. You need to have the complete retaining wall design in order for me to cover it. And this needs at least 2 lectures. So that's why I'm not covering it here.
Gotcha. Okay. That's all for me. Thanks.
No problem. All right, please sign out and see you Thursday. Thank you. Did you just come in? Hello?
Hi, I forgot to sign in and I left before signing out, so I wanted to
Okay.
make sure I did that.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
It's-
Should I still write my name?
Yes, please. Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.